Snyder, and I am up the road, as we say, at Washington University. I study neuroscience, trying to figure out how our brains work, how we reach out for things and make movements to look at things. And my work covers cognitive issues, how we remember things, how we forget things. So we talked a little bit about forgetting, about the idea that often when you are looking at something, you're mostly relying on your memory of it. You're not really, you're gazing at something, but you're not really analyzing it. And mostly you're filling in details from your memory, from your recollection of what you're looking at. And I described, there's actually a fair bit of academic literature on this, which I didn't describe. Instead, I told a little anecdote about, this sounds a little bit crazy, about one day shaving. My beard sort of comes and goes, and I got halfway through shaving and stopped and went and talked to somebody who didn't notice that I had shaved half my beard. And just for fun, I went through the rest of the day that way. And people who hadn't met me before immediately said, "You've only shaved half your beard." People who had met me just did not notice it. And the idea is that we don't really look carefully at things when we think we know what they look like. And interestingly, the group discussed this and kind of said, well, that's true, but some of us are trained observers, and yeah, when we're looking casually, we don't see things, but when we look carefully, we do. And we talked a bit about the idea that when I pointed out to people that I only had half a beard and that they had been talking to me for 10 minutes and not noticing it, that most people would come up with some particular reason why they had missed that I was standing in the light where they couldn't really see, or they were concentrating on this thing over here. And I think that's part of human nature, that we don't really acknowledge how much of the world we're constructing in our head. We really think we're out there soaking in things, but in fact a lot of it's going on up here. And that sort of ties in with the idea of looking at paintings and not seeing what you think is there and not what's really there. I'm not really doing justice to the conversation we